So I want to tell you when I discovered the importance of taking action. So it goes right along with believe or decide what you want, believe that you can achieve it, and take action. So I'm 12 years old. I move into a new, I move to a new area. It's the middle of 7th grade. I go to my first day of band and my teacher asked me to play a scale. And I'm thinking, which one? And he immediately thinks I can't do it and describes which note he wants me to play. And then assigns me to last chair, which is a little bit like Siberia in band, to be last chair. So slowly over the years, I kind of moved up a little bit, as somebody new would come in and get last chair, I would move up slowly. And he would point at people and say, play this part of the song. So one day he pointed at me and asked me to play this song, and he must have been impressed because he said, have you ever heard of challenging? And I'm like, no, I'm new here. I haven't ever heard of that, which I only thought, didn't say out loud. And I still didn't do anything about that. He basically told me to challenge and I didn't do anything about it. So as I moved up by default, I'm second clarinet now, a couple of years later. And I found that I could see the music of the first clarinets right in front of me. They were sitting right in front of me. I could see their music, which I found to be more fun, more challenging, more musical. I liked it better and I wanted to play it. And I wasn't willing to do the work for it. I just played it. I could see it over their shoulder and I just played the first clarinet part. Even though I didn't take the action, I just expected it to be given to me. Like I felt like I deserved it. And I felt like that was a good enough reason for me to just have it, even though I wasn't willing to take the action. I still never had challenged. So then senior year, finally I'm first clarinet. That's the first part, and only, the seniors were all first clarinet. So I'm third chair. That's the last chair. I'm 3 out of 3. And the band teacher shows us the song. He says, this is the song we're going to learn for our concert. And it had started with this long, beautiful clarinet solo. Only person playing, just the clarinet. And I decided in that moment, that solo is mine. I loved that song and I knew it was going to be mine. No other option. So I practiced and practiced and practiced. I took the most difficult piece of music, practiced it for a month nonstop until I just about had it memorized. I paid attention to exactly how the teacher said he wanted it to be played. And then I challenged. I challenged chair number 2, who was the band teacher's choice for Allstate and my best friend. And I was a little nervous about, if she was going to be mad at me. But I challenged and I won that challenge. And then I immediately issued a challenge to chair number 1, the band teacher's choice for drum major, who leads the marching band. So I challenged her, and that one he couldn't decide. He kind of said it was a tie. So he said, play this other part of the music. So I played this other part, which I had practiced carefully, and it quickly became evident that she had not. So I won that challenge. And so now I'm in the position of soloist, if I can hold on to it, which I did. I kept practicing, and they kept issuing challenges, but I kept winning until the teacher finally declared, no more challenges, we're getting ready for the concert. So the day of the concert comes, I'm so scared, I'm shaking, which when I start to play, gives me a vibrato. So it sounded better. My fear made me shake, which made me sound better. And as I started playing, I just kind of looked around. Is this really me? Nobody else is playing, so yes, this is actually me. I couldn't believe it. I was really proud and really amazed, and I wish I would have had a smartphone to record it back then, but I wish I would have done this sooner. It was like 4 years of doing nothing and just kind of floating along by default and thinking I should have what I deserved, what I wanted, even though I wouldn't do any work for it. And finally, I was willing to do the work. I was finally there, and I decided what I wanted. I believed I could achieve it, and then I took action. Nothing happened without the action. So make sure you're taking action.